Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Zero Recommendations, and it's almost summertime, so I figured I'd give you guys some recommendations for summer albums. These are some albums that I tend to go to during the summertime and are heavy hitters, whether they're older albums or more recent ones. I have a huge list of summer albums, but I better pick out some of my favorite ones that I like to listen to during the enjoying the nice weather and just blasting these records. So the lighting is kind of weird in here because I got my window open, my light on. I don't know. I don't have any professional tools for lighting, guys, and I frankly don't know how to do that. So I just pretty much got it as bright as I could in here. All right. So the first album I'm going to talk about is an album that's self-titled. It's MKTO. Here it is, right here, guys. Maybe you've heard of them. Maybe you haven't. MKTO. Consists of two guys there, and what a fantastic pop record this is! Just full of songs that just make me feel good, almost make you feel younger in a way. I love the lyrics on the album. It's a little bit of rapping with singing, and it's just a really good sound to the record. I love the way these guys sound together. They're very good. Favorite song on the album. Oof, probably Wasted, which is probably the most different song on the album. Most of the album is just upbeat pop songs, and then you have a song which is track 7, Wasted, which is just Tony here and the piano. And it's a very beautiful song, very good song. I just love the way it sounds. I love the sound of that song, but definitely one I like to listen to all year round, but mostly during the summertime. So MKTO. All right, next one is Ashley Parker Angel's Soundtrack to Your Life. This record, oh my goodness, this is, anytime I put this album on, it's super nostalgic for me. I was really young when it came out, but it just reminds me of summertime. Every time I listen to any song off this record, I'm just put into immediately just into nice summer, weather, and it's a very, very good record. Live instrumentation. It's got a little bit of rock edge to it with some pop music in there. And then towards the end of the album, it's more stripped down piano songs. So it's a lot of different sounds on the album. This is probably one of my go-to albums, just period. I love this record so much. Ashley Parker Angel's Soundtrack to Your Life. This is a super, super nostalgic record for me and a big summer hit. I always listen to this album during the summertime. Certainly a good one. All right, next one. It's going to be Blink-182's California. Yes, this one. This is the latest Blink-182 album, but a few years ago when it came out, I got it in the summertime, and it was actually pissing down with rain that day, but it was still really warm out. But I remember listening to this album in the car with my friend, and it was amazing. And I wasn't even a big Blink-182 fan or anything. I've always enjoyed their music, but I never really was into them. But this album certainly got me really etched into them, and I can't wait to hear what they come up with next. But this album is so good. So many hits on this record. It kind of stays true to their sound. And there's some songs in there that kind of surprised me that, Blink-182 would make it. Like, for instance, there's a song called Los Angeles. It's a little different from Blink-182. There's a little bit more, I guess, seriousness to it, if that makes any sense. A lot of fun lyrics, a lot of really good tracks, some different sounds, and just a great, great album to just blast out your car windows or your stereo. Next one is another relatively new record wow, that was a very loud motorcycle. Even set off some car alarms. One reason why I don't like motorcycles, they're obnoxious for no reason. I hope that's not my car alarm. Could be. I don't know. Never know what can happen in these live recordings, guys. Anyways, Linkin Park's One More Light is a good summer record for me. This came out just a few years ago, but right before Chester Bennington had passed away. And I don't know, I listened to it that summer. I've been listening to it every summer since, I guess. I'm looking forward to the 2019 summer and listening to it a bunch more. Of course, it's way different from any Linkin Park record that's ever come out, but it's such a good album. It really is. They nailed the pop music genre They really did. They hit it right on the nose. They knew what they were doing with this. They were really smart with this one. I was skeptical before it came out, but then once I heard the record, I was like, this is pretty good. And the more I listened to it, I'm like, this is really good. One of my favorite Linkin Park records, for sure. I enjoy every track on this album. And my favorite would be, my favorite kind of fluctuates depending. Initially, my favorite was Talking to Myself, then it went to Invisible. Now I'm thinking I'm leaning towards Halfway Right, so I don't know. There's a lot of good tracks on this album. Wonderful vocals, lyrics, production. Good summer stuff. And last one is another band I mentioned in an episode of this, Stereophonics. This album's called Language, Sex, Violence, Other. This is a good one. For some reason, this one is certainly an album I've listened to a lot in the summertime. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but maybe it's the colors. So it's you guys can't really see the colors too well, but there's a lot of colors going on the cover. First track, Superman's really, really good. Amazing guitar work. This is unlike any other Stereophonics album. I think there's more electric guitar used, I believe, and just totally different kind of sound for them. You might have heard the song Dakota, which is in a lot of commercials even here in the States. Really good track. Rewind is my favorite on the album. That certainly reminds me of summertime. Even songs like Deadhead and Doorman, Devil. Obviously Superman, the first track, is a really good song too. That was in Smallville, of course. But again, another one that really reminds me of summer and one I tend to listen to in the summertime. So there we go, guys. Tell me what albums you like to listen to during the summer, because I'd like to know. And if you've actually heard any of these records, I'd be interested to hear that too, as well, and what you guys think of it. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. Until next time, 0 is the number.